Hello everyone, welcome to Life's Journey with Benedicta. I was having a bit of a network challenge with trying to connect on my Instagram live feed, so I had to end the YouTube so I can synchronize all three phones so I can be on all three platforms at the same time. With so much that you wouldn't believe it. And at a time like this, I believe that as a people, as a nation, we should actually to support and be each other's support system. This is not the we stigmatize people with what is ailing them. This is me sharing my experience. Together we can get a solution. Life's journey is all about talking about problems and trying to find solutions to them. That is what life's journey is all about. Helping one another, supporting one another. Some of the your spouse is depressed, and we talked about withdrawal symptoms, not wanting to partake in the things that usually will give them joy. If your son, for example, loves to play PlayStation, he loves to play his computer games, and he loves a game of football, and you notice that these days he's not interested, he doesn't want to play football, he's not see his friends, he doesn't want to hang out at the slightest provocation, he has transferred aggression, his attitude suddenly changes. As a parent, you should cover, or rather, you should realize that, wait a minute, something is off about my son. We should be more intuitive as parents because it's sad that in this part of the world, even in the world at large, statistics has shown that just about 35% for depression and actually actually giving medical attention. Just 35%. So Nigeria is a worst case scenario where children go undiagnosed when it comes to mental health issues. Parents don't believe should be depressed. Why should you be depressed? I feed you, I clothe you, I pay your school fees, I pay your bills. You have no. But the reality, look more into the issues. Children definitely, it's not something for issue and he or she needs help. If your wife has a mental health issue, she might be suffering from postpartum depression. Okay? A lot of women suffer that. I suffered postpartum depression after I had not my first child, my third child. Delivery was the emotional burden of every family member, your support for every family member. Do we see are now the people responsible for our men folk? When our men are depressed, when folk they are depressed, who do they turn to for help? Our society is not particularly woke to the fact that men actually get depressed and men actually need help. These days we hear stories of men putting an end to their lives, and that is because they are depressed. And if you should investigate, you'll find out that probably they have anyone. When I had health issues, when I was extremely depressed, I had found me emotionally. And that was why I was able to pull through. If you do not have someone you can, please get medical help fast. I know we have a lot of centers in the Western world where people can reach out and call people that are indisposed. Over my law, madness don't come. This one don't they colo small. It is not madness. Or she needs help, and sometimes people actually pull through things. Some people deal with whatever issues that. I know that being medicated on the pills for depression, anxiety can be scary because some people actually study it and education that helped go through issues came about before the mental issues came about. When we need help, should get help. There is not have a stable mindset in order for them to be emotionally balanced. Yes, there is nothing wrong with that. Some are suffering from postpartum depression and feel the stigma of telling some, look, I I hear things, okay? And because of that, I am on some pills that has been given to me by my, and these pills are actually helping me go through with my day. We are ashamed of it. I have a couple of friends, I know certain people that can't go through their day going to work, taking care of the children's house without their daily medicine. It doesn't mean that they are losing their minds. It doesn't mean that they are.
That is often because got my house. I'm currently home. Abuse resist
Distance, yes.
Like there are people that the regular.
They can't do well in school. Most of them can't do well in school because they cannot concentrate for longer than 10-15 minutes, and that's it. And you'll be wondering why this child is not doing well. Do you know so many children have gotten beaten, scarred, almost killed simply because of continuous failure of exams in school? But their parents failed to see that the children had a attention deficit disorder. So it's a problem. It is.
But the funny thing about depression is, or the funny thing about stress or any disorder that could lead to depression is that when you're going through it, you wouldn't know.
Yes.
You can only identify those that are physical, but those that has to do with emotion,
mental,
people know you're going through it.
You're right.
That's why when people say,
you're right,
if you are going to depression, you speak out. Sometimes you don't even know.
You don't even know. You just know that you're not okay. You're not just there, but you don't know what. You can't put your finger on it and say this is what is happening to me. You don't know it.
Yeah. So,
mental health issues, Mental health issues.
Like I could mention some possible causes. Then I just want to talk more on postnatal because I think it's one of the common kind of depression.
And people can relate with that.
Yes, especially in Nigeria. Because trust me, Nigerians are really strong that they don't even know they went into depression and they come out from it. So,
when your life you're used to struggling and suffering, you don't even. Honestly.
Yeah, like I said, there is like ADHD, there's bipolar. Then one of the possible hormones that could cause someone to go into maybe mood swing or having a moody day is the serotonin. I don't know if you know about
it. Yeah, serotonin, if it's too low.
It's called sadness hormone. Yeah, sadness hormone. So, but however, let me talk about the postpartum. What happens during postnatal or postpartum is once the mother gives birth to the child, the first thing that comes to her mind, the first thing that happens to her is denial.
Yeah.
After denial, it goes, the last time I was talking about denial and bargaining. She goes into bargaining. Oh, I'm now a mother. Or is it that she the reality? Like, in as much as she always wanted to be a mother, but when it comes,
the change is too sudden.
It's so overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
So overwhelming that, yeah, they'll be like, oh, I'm now a mother. That's the first step of what happens. The second step is for especially the first moms. Can I actually take care of this baby? Is my breast milk enough? Is the baby eating enough? How do I know if this child is going through pain? Because, of course, that is where the emotional attachment comes in. The
Yes.
baby doesn't speak. You don't know when the baby is hurt. You don't know when the baby is happy because their only response is crying. And you see them stressing themselves over the baby's weight, the baby's developmental stages, the height. Some could even be on the internet searching about babies for 24 hours. You know, one thing bad about the internet is my experience, for instance,
Is
your
different from
experience with
yours.
your baby
It's different from
is
mine.
another woman's.
A
Yeah.
whole lot
For
of
instance, if you had
confusing
said,
information out there.
exactly.
Conflicting.
For instance, if you had said, oh, my baby could consume about, let's say,
3 ounces of
5 ml.
and then
Yeah, let's say about 5 ml. And hers is like only 2. She'll be like, maybe my
oh,
child is
something
sick.
is wrong with my child.
But that's how it sets in. And what
Wow, I think we lost I think we lost it again on sorry, 1 minute. Okay. So the network was terrible. We lost we lost that first recording, the result of bad network connectivity. But we're up now. So the network is a bit shaky, so I might just have to round off today's show. Hopefully I'll be able to retrieve it and save it for hopefully I should be able to retrieve it and save it. And then next week, we're still going to continue this topic on depression because like Hamlet said, it is very broad. Depression is not something you can treat on just one show or one day. It is something that has to be talked about in different phases. So we're going to talk about depression again next week, Saturday. We're going to be looking at the postpartum aspect, postpartum depression, because that is one part of depression that we are used to. It is common, it is prevalent in our society, and a lot of women go through this. So we're going to be talking about that next week, Saturday. So guys, stay tuned next week, Saturday. We're going to be here on Life's Journey, and we're still going to be talking about depression. So hopefully we're going to have a better network connectivity next week, Saturday. So do have a lovely, lovely, lovely Saturday evening. See you guys. Bye-bye. Facebook family, thank you for joining in. And YouTube, thank you for joining in. So I'm going to see you guys next week, Saturday. And we're still going to continue this talk on depression. Okay? Bye-bye. End live video.